So for my first question, how do you define an effective management between you and your subordinates?
What's been effective? Can you explain a little bit?
It means that how do you ensure that the work line is smooth between you and the top management or the subordinates?
You mean how I make sure my colleague is working well, isn't it?
Yes.
You mean the methodology, or what kind of methodology we adopt, or what?
What kind of, yes, that could be also the question.
Um, for example, the company gave me a very clear KPI every year, key KPI. So in term of what is the sales number, I mean the new contract, what is the revenue number, how you're going to deliver this contract, what is a profit number, how much profit, how much money you must earn, and then the cash flow. These four main key things is the headquarter to evaluate all the opcos or branches in inside the JTE group. And plus, that we call strategy project. Some project you must have. That is a key or very important for next 10 years, for example. So that is another category to evaluation the performance of JT Malaysia. So for me, I just adopt this methodology to all my, my colleagues here. JT Malaysia have a different account, sales account. For example, telecom account, Celcom DG account, Yombel account. So I gave them a clearly yearly KPI, tell them what the company want for this year, the numbers and the key project. The number is not we made it up. It's based on the customer planning. So most of the customer have a planning 1 year ago. So they probably already know how much money they're going to spend. So that is one thing where is our input, and also what is new for the customers. So for me to evaluate my team working well is just mainly by the numbers. You deliver the numbers plus the strategy project, the key project.
Okay. Thank you very much for your answer. Okay, next question. Do you have any strategies that you use to manage your team effectively?
Strategy is I don't think is for me. I have no strategies, and is just the way how you're managing a team, right? Mm, like I said, communication is the key. Fair is the foundation. So you cannot treat this person very well and make another people. They're not supposed to be treating that way. And so, like for me, every week I will sit down with my team one by one to get through their weekly KPIs. What we want from them. They will give me a report what they're going to do next week or next month, and then we review is it really happened. And another thing is because, like I said, we have around 800 employee here, colleagues here. You cannot manage 800 people, right? So most of the 800, because they are working outside the office, they are services guy or ladies. So you even don't know their name. So fair to all the colleagues, make them understand what is your principle, what is your want, the company strategy, and communicate with them regularly, I think is the way how I'm managing this company.
Okay, thank you. And moving on to the next question. How do you personally balance your personal and professional lifestyle?
Um, mm, as a as a managing director, I think the biggest challenging is the pressure, the stress. No one can you can blame if you mess up something. It's all under your responsibilities. Beside of that, the most of the job has been done by my colleagues. So I just tracking their result. So it's not really a hard job. So the personal life and career, I think um, you just need dealing with. You cannot bring that stress back to your home. You cannot always thinking something really going to happen, something bad really going to happen, and you infect all your family members. So you have to control that stress in a certain level. It means you leave the office, you back to the home, and it's a different person. I mean, you're not fake person in the office, but you have to let it go.
Okay, that's a very good sharing from Mr. And next question, how do you stay organized and focused as a leader?
How do I see organize and the focus?
Yes. How do you
Uh,
stay organized and focused?
what do you mean organize and the focus?
How,
Sorry.
how do you organize yourself and make sure that you are focusing on your job and your role as a leader?
Um, mm, well, I really, how to say that? How to organize myself to be a leader. First of all the company policy you have to follow, right? You ask your colleague, I mean, this is a flexible working hour. Just for example, you ask your colleague 9 o'clock in the office, and every morning you will be there in 10 o'clock is something not right. And you see, how to build a strong team, or we say this way, how to build a strong team to make every people follow you and make you instruction conduct well is first of all you carry all the duties. If something wrong, that is you cannot just simply blame some people else. You take that responsibility. Secondly, one there are some challenges. You have to be a pioneer. You cannot just sit standing there, blame them or just yell to them. You have to go. You have to get this. You have to get that. It doesn't work. So for the important things, you have to go by your own. Once you do that, I think the people for sure they will follow you. They like you.
Okay, thank you. And now moving on to your future plans. Okay. What are, if there is, any career goals? Do you have any career goals for the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, that is a tough question. I'm 49 years old and working in Malaysia for 10 years. Actually, 11 years. Like I mentioned before, my daughter grew up here. She keep telling me, if you have to move to other countries, I will stay. Because he thinking he is a Malaysian, and until I tell, I mean, when he was 6 years old, I say, you see, this is your Chinese passport. You are a Chinese. You are not Malaysian, but you cannot blame on her, right? So he's grew up here since 2 years until now. So if I think I have to, I may be routine to other countries. So then the job is just get the job done and the family stay. But for myself, I don't see any career. I mean, can be promoted or more because GT Malaysia is a vice president uh, company inside the GT organization. That is highest ranking already. So there's no any branch can over vice president level. For the upper level is, for example, JT Asian, with headquarters in Shenzhen as well. I don't think I can handle that kind of job because there's too much pressure. You need a response for all the countries, and you need to choose a good country manager to help you to managing there. And you just make it simple. Even don't know where you are when you wake up. So I don't think that is some life I want. I quite enjoy to working in certain country to dealing with the local peoples, and of course, if with a good result, so quite enjoy the current position.
Thank you, Mr. Steven. And I also hope that you will continuing enjoying your life here in Malaysia for the next 10 or more years.
No, cannot be. The company won't allow you to do so.
Okay, for my last question or our last question is there something you personally hope to achieve in the future, whether it's your personal or the company's or your role even as a leader?
Sorry, I didn't get the question. What is my personal hope to what?
To achieve in the future?
Any part.
Any part.
Wow. I have a heavy motorbike. I bought it for 3 years already. And during the COVID, I go to learn how to ride the heavy motorbike. Over Malaysia, the standard is over 400 cc, right? 350 cc. Yeah, I learned. I got the license in PJ, in the training school. But after I bought it for 3 years, I only ride I think 200 kilometers, and less than 5 times. So I really hope I can really have a luxury, relaxed time. I either drive or ride my motorbike, just cross the country. To, for example, I never been to. What's that? What's that beautiful diving place in Malaysia? How to call it? Subatan. Is it?
I beg my pardon?
The beautiful diving place in Sabah, what's that place called?
Oh, Sempurna?
No. Anyway, I never the mountain over there in Sabah, I never been there. The diving
Gunung
place.
Kinabalu.
Yeah. The diving and the snorkeling place. I mean in Sabah, I never been there. Sarawak also have a lot of beautiful place. So I do not have a time to really enjoy the nature, and I mean this beautiful country. So if the company gave me a 1 month, personal time with pay, with salary, I really want traveling. I mean, across the country to see every corner of Malaysia.
Okay, thank you very much. Me personally, I would definitely recommend you to enjoy the beauties of the nature in Malaysia. There's so much to go, even in the peninsula of Malaysia, and the Sabah and Sarawak in Malaysia. It's also a very beautiful place.
Yeah. I believe.
Okay, so this is the end of our interviewing session today. I personally thank you so much, Mr. Steven, for sharing your thoughts and answering all of our questions. It is a very valuable memory and session for all of us. And we hope that Mr. Steven can continue striving your company and your role as a leader in the company.
Thank you very much. Sorry for the delay for the join the meeting because normally my PA will handle these things. This is the first time I personally do this.
It's okay. We were very much fine with it. There was no much problem.
Okay.
So thank you very much, Mr. Steven, and I hope we can meet again in the future. Thank you very
No problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good evening. Thank you very much.
Have a good evening.